I strive for that level of guitar I play, that one day I'm gonna play the intro to my stream and you guys won't know that it was me. No, just started layering guitar. Still far away from that nice tone. But welcome everyone, welcome to our kifu review stream. Boom, hello. We shall be commenting on your games today, as every Sunday, as we do. We all love it. Yeah, one day, Yellow. It wasn't me. It was Lofi guitar thing, but I'm saying that striving for that level of play would be really, really nice, yeah? That one day I would play and you would be like, oh, where did you find this nice music? And actually, it's gonna be me. But for now, no. I barely know which note is on the fret where... I don't even know where the notes are. Toad is playing. I saw him streaming earlier. He's still streaming, probably his own game. Which I assume is our tournament, because they both belong to our tournament. No, it's Weekly Ladder, which is also technically our tournament, so I wasn't wrong off there. Anyway, hopefully, yeah, one day. Hopefully you guys had a nice weekend so far. If you would like me to look at your kifu, remember you can send it on to this link. You can always ask for the link by tapping !kifu. And all I have to do is find the Google Sheet and drag it out. So far we have 5 kifu, but I know that 2 or 3 of them were from the last week. 2 actually were from Kent. And they're both different. So I hope Ken joins and either tells us should we do this or the other. I assume Leon, this kifu will be your newest one. And CO, I also see there will be one CO of kifu, so we could try the last one. Upload it. Alright. We can start with Eon. If Kent is here, we can ask him to specify. And I see it says TTS series kifu. I would like to share my last TTM game for review. Thank you so much for hosting the tournament. It was an amazing experience and I'm looking forward to participating in the next season. I learned a lot from my strong opponents and I'm grateful for the opportunity to play Shogi. Thank you very much for the kifu review as well. Cool, thanks Sion. I actually saw this kifu because I was like, oh my god, Eon Lily, and I took a peek on it. I know it was the ending. But yeah, let's take a closer look into it. It was a great game. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the tournament. Theo, your game will be... Oh yeah, I'm so tired today. Hope it is a good game. Okay, that's a very meaningful commentary, Theo. We'll have one from Olivandi as well. And Melkor. Melkor as well. Now, I don't know what to do with Kent's kifu. If you guys see Kent, shout at me. Okay, you had a bad day. No worries, Melkor. We're gonna work on it. So, downloading Sea of Olivandi. Oh, I like Erwin Smith profile picture. I like it. You guys won't be able to see it. Maybe I will show it to you. Like here. Eon will be sent first. 81 is very long to load recently. I don't know why. It's here. See? Quite nice, eh? I mean, those are those cheap pieces with red background, but those are the most nostalgic to me, actually. And I also like how the middle one is empty. Pretty nice. Okay. Whoa, I almost dropped my phone. Phone, please don't die. I need you for multiple reasons. All right. Eon, Lily, B, banana. Let's go with our usual password if you guys want to join. If you want to use a different piece set, I recommend you join. I like how it's the implied Oshogyoku by how big it is. Yep, you can tell it by the size. Yeah, if this is general, this must be hacking. Yeah. Guys, is the chat working or is it just refreshing every time? Oh, it's working. All right, it's just refreshing every time I'm changing the scene. It kind of confused me for a second. I could make it not refresh, I guess. Let me just quickly do it so that it doesn't refresh because it started bothering. Oh no, it shouldn't. Okay, I cannot do anything about it. Hello, Viredin. Where is your kifu? I didn't see your kifu on the list. Oh yeah, and sorry guys about yesterday. Like we were like, oh, casual shogi study, and then we went boom to main 15. I hope I promise that next time we're gonna go a little bit slower. How can I go slower if we chose middle game? Yeah, I will have to adjust the level to people watching so that it doesn't become hardcore shogi study basically. So yeah, sorry about that. Lurking today? All right, it's fine. So Ian is playing Lily. This is the last game of the season. And you just avoided the Yokofudori or the Bishop Exchange, which is the Gangi theory. And Lily is going for Super Terror Advancing Silver, which is also normal thing. I would expect seeing this shape and rapid attack on this side. I don't usually see the edge pawn push. I'm not sure. Okay, this is normal. And actually, what I've seen so far is this bishop doesn't come to defend this pawn. But that's her choice. And here we have this pawn push. We studied this pawn push a little bit on our book stream. What we can do about it this way, this time. The problem is if we take it, there will be a bishop exchange with a bishop drop. Forking two pieces, right? We don't want this to happen. And unfortunately, you see this pawn isn't pushed yet. So one could consider this a well-timed counter because of that. Lily decided to go into the center. But because this happened, you can see that this silver was pushed back, therefore the head of the castle is safer. The minus of pushing this pawn is, of course, that the pawn was pushed, and it might become a target later on, which we could protect it by the silver, for example, but it's one move behind, yeah? So what are we gonna do about it? We are very aggressive, we ignore it. I'm quite surprised we are not seeing this move. This is usually a huge move. But I also see the concern that another exchange will be happening and another fork will be happening. I see that. So first we go here though. This would be more natural. This becomes a wall for our king. So it's kind of weird. This also is a weird move, not gonna lie. And this position is now totally out of Joseki. It's the Riki-sen. It's freestyle in English. I thought Lily might have made a mistake in the opening because how quickly she was blitzing out the move, but I still don't know. It's fine. It's a great thing to consider. One, that your opponent's playing quickly, and two, that if you feel that your opponent made a mistake, you try to expose it. That's completely normal. That's a great way to play opening. It's not like they would be ready for every possibility. And here you're exposing it beautifully. I think it is the correct way to play here. Now it's the freestyle. So what does it mean, freestyle? It means that there are, of course, the guidelines in the middle game that you can follow, that you can get inspired by. But generally, you have to come up with your own idea. The Joseki doesn't reach here. So this is why they always say the freestyle is decided by the people's strength, yeah? And I see that you decide to go central rook and your position is all around. There's the open pawn pier, open... Like, yeah, the king is nowhere safe, so we want to go for quick, decisive fight, according to your playstyle so far. But now it slows down. Okay. Now the weirdest thing for me is that Lily goes this way, considering that there is more generals around the king here, right? Like, this seems like inside the sphere of the generals, while if the king goes here, those are not really helping the king at all. So I would say this is a weird direction for the king to go. This king... I mean, we have to be careful about the fact that this bishop might be lurking at him, yeah? Apart from that, yes, we can make a castle somewhat. And yes, we kind of still would have this weakness, but now it's harder for Lily's side to like attack from this side because the king came here. So it's kind of weird king movement here. Kent is here. Oh, Kent. Hello. Kent, I have 2 kifu of yours. Which are from last week, I imagine. Please tell me if you would like one of them to be commented. One of them you said smiley face, and the other you said maybe advice for the opponent side, and both of them you said TT series, and they are different links. So if you could tell me which one you prefer for me to analyze. You're dead, okay. So do you want to lurk today, perhaps? Hello, Achttekan. I have no idea how to read your name. Achttiken. Achttekan. I mean, it sounds like toucan, and a toucan is a bird. That's toucan in Polish. Or Tekken. Well, yeah, I don't know what to do with your name. I usually have like cool ways to remember, but you will have to explain to me your nickname, Tekan. Smiley face one. Okay, so you'll be after Eon because it's from last week and I promised I will analyze it. And I'm gonna ignore the other one then. I keep the smiley one. Against Bao Tach, yeah? Alright. You like Toucan? Yeah, Toucan is my favorite one. It has this impossible long beak, like, why Mother Nature, why? And it's so colorful as well. Toucans make you wanna have Fruit Loops? Okay. I don't actually know what a Fruit Loop is. What is Fruit Loop? I have no idea. Alright. What I would do actually in this situation. This looks nice. Yeah. So I assume if they come here, you are to defend here. I would go for it. I would go. Your silver is in a weird spot. Your bishop is temporarily blocked. If Lily did something wrong, what could that be? I'm not sure actually. I'm pretty interested as well. We can figure it out later, I guess. Fruit Loops are breakfast cereal. Oh, those things. Okay, gotcha. I was considering going for 4-file. If really tried Migish and Bisha, I see. I thought silver 6-6 was reasonable to support the vanguard pawn, but I hesitated to play it because the broken gangly shape. Yeah, exactly. The broken gangly shape will be the problem here. I thought all millennials would know Fruit Loops. So, Fruit Loops are not something that I've seen in Poland. I mean, we do have Kellogg, I guess. It's just generally, I don't know if it's like a national thing or just me. If I look at something like this, I think, oh my god, it has a lot of chemical stuff in it, and I wouldn't buy it. Oh, for you it's candy. Okay, what is fruit? No, but he said it's cereal. Time Zombie said it's a cereal. So yeah, it would look too chemical to me. I wouldn't buy it, honestly. Fruit Loops in Polish. Pętlo, that's weird translation. Yeah. We might not have that, basically. Yep, I don't know. Basically that was in my childhood. Yeah, we would actually call it. We would have cereal that are called loops, but they would be the honey loops that are more popular. Those ones, I guess. This in my family. That's what we would call loops, I guess. One thing I forgot to mention in the comment, Lily said after the game that she spent a lot of time preparing for our game, and as a result she didn't have time for dinner. We played at 9 a.m. When she told me this, I was almost speechless. I would have never suspected her to do something like this to herself before the game. So generally it's a bad idea to skip on a meal unless you're very nervous and you just cannot eat. From my experience, you will just run out of sugar in your blood and you will stop thinking. Especially when under high stress situation, I would recommend to eat. And especially that if you eat dinner at the same time of the day and you get used to it, you will feel awful if you skip on it. It doesn't matter how much you've prepared, it's just that physical preparation is also as important as theory preparation, yeah? Alright, enough, guys. You're making me hungry. Yeah. So that would be my feeling about that, Eon. What I showed were cereals. What Hegemege is describing maybe is candy. Yeah, okay. Candy. All right. Yeah, so Lily's shape is kind of wasted. A move here, and this is kind of weird. We're attacking here, but we can basically stop it by putting the knight here. You went even more aggressive. And then you run away with your king. Now we're trying to start an attack. She will have a knight. We have to be careful. Now what is the question? Yeah, we do have now the advantage. So what happened here? We got silver for a knight, and we de facto got escape this knight. So this knight is kind of useless now, and we have a nice pressure on this file. The rook was forced to go back. We will have this attack eventually. For now, if we drop, they take. It's an equal exchange. We could drop the bishop here to continue attacking. The question is, should we attack or should we do something else? Is the king safer here or is it safe the way it is? This is the decision you have to make. The other option we could have here is go for slower attack. Maybe take this pawn, but doesn't seem as good. We have to be careful because our king and rook are close by. If we attack strongly, we might run into trouble, but let's see what you chose. You chose here. That's also nice thing. It's just that I'm afraid this ear will be weak. I like this because this is where your opponent is strong, you're attacking where they're weak, which is de facto those 2 squares. Or those 3, yeah. I really like that. It's just that it requires a little bit of bravery here. Every Sunday Carol starts the stream when I'm just about to start making dinner, so I have to either miss some of or stay hungry a bit longer. You know what we did yesterday when Time Zombie had his stream? We put him on our Google Hub and we were watching Time Zombie stream or Shogi Explain stream while making dinner. Aha! It didn't stop us from getting nutritious meal, you know. Yeah, so now our ear will be weaker, our knight will be forced up. But this pawn, oh boy. Yeah, this pawn is much more severe than this bishop. Lily, so basically what Lily did, she dropped the bishop, which you countered, which she had to defend. So de facto she gave away a turn. And what's painful about this rook is not only that it attacks the bishop, but it indirectly was looking at the enemy king. Don't cook your iPad, yeah. Perfect flat cutting, but nice. Yeah, honestly, I mean, this is like a general thing to do. So instead of allowing, so like doing here, what happens when you do this? It's sabaki those pieces for your opponent, yeah? Your advantage here is that your silver is active, there isn't. Your bishop is doing something, there isn't. Or, well, you could say it a little bit better. So you don't want to give this silver life, yeah? You want it to be stuck here. So it's quite smart to go the other way. Hi, Kaiski. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So yeah, this pawn drop, is basically something we say, oh, that's a 1 game, yeah? Now that silver that we talked about is still stuck here, and this one is very active in front of the enemy king. And here you make decision to go in. You could consider dropping the silver too. I guess that works too because it opens your rook line. That's nice. And now you just come with a bunch of cool tricks. Bishop, it cannot be taken because silver drop is a checkmate. Lily activated the rook, but we're making a token, which kind of makes our attack even stronger. She tries to block the rook, but here, this is unfortunately quite a simple mate because this gold cannot move. So yeah, surround from above, that's in the purest form. It looks like this in a real game. Yeah, beautifully done. All the pieces together, working to checkmate this king. Yeah, it feels to me like Lily was a little bit out of shape this game. She crumbled a little bit too fast for Lily in this game, yeah. Again, you have to point out those like opening mistakes and so on, yeah, like the king going toward this side and the silver going up and down. Those shouldn't be moves, you know, done. So just to conclude, let's look at this position with the computer maybe, and let's find out if there was something better to do for what is the actual Yoseki. I should really fix those overlays. Write that down. Fix overlays. I was thinking recently that this black box that we have for the chat, not sure if satisfies for that. Maybe should make it cooler. Maybe should make it in shogi shape. Kaiski says, I watched many of your YouTube videos when learning. They're really helpful. Thank you very much for them. Thank you, Kaiski. You're welcome to join our Discord. This is where we all learn together. If you would like to join our tournaments or be notified by any new video or any new VOD that we have, feel free to join, yeah? And welcome to Shogi World. Glad to have you here. Sleep debate? Oh no, not the sleep debate. Replace all letters with shogi pieces. Oh god. Oh, you are lurking. All right. Good job. Of course you are. So the bishop is coming here. And the score is equal, near even. And this is the correct move, and this is the correct move. Apparently. So it is a correct way to play here. But you can see that gote is a little bit minus. You cannot see actually. Little bit minus. So I would have to really study this. Let me double check this. So now it's like equal, and the silver move, it's a little bit better. So perhaps, as we said, it's a little bit unpleasant because the silver will be thrown away from the center. So perhaps it was a little bit too early to move this silver here. And I really would like to quickly check. How do I Google that? TV? Like what is the flow of the game in the pro level in Gangi? Gangi. Or left side. How do I find it? There's too many of them. Too many. Furibisha. Gangi. Those didn't load for some reason. We have similar shape here. We could check those two. This is a little bit different. Different. So let's just take a look at them. Yeah, I don't know why this don't load. So you have this you have this typical left side Mino here. That's what center does. Maybe because Lily was gote, maybe that was the issue. Maybe because, yeah. Yes, Koshiro. We're trying to figure out because Lily went for this attack, but somehow it wasn't as advantageous. So she played here, right? And I think it might be because this attack is used by Sente in general. Yeah, in the book at least it looks like center. And the silver is okay, so the silver is already here. The bishop is protecting. I mean, if it would be center. So this line won't be working because, you know, after exchange this or this, silver is protecting. So it shouldn't be an issue. Here, because we got to win one move behind, I think that's why this is happening. Oh, I'm confused because I'm reading the book from the left to the right. I'm stupid. Japanese book. I got I got confused for a second. Wait, why are we starting from the endgame position? Like my brain. There is also the idea of exchanging third 5 pawn first, then moving the silver up. But that's after we make the left side Mino shape. That would be perhaps what's more natural. I'm looking at this book, Gangi book, that we upload the handwritten notes. Next week we're gonna have more of them. So you see Ion's name is in yellow, that means he won. I remember reviewing the Kimura Sato game. I don't know this Sheki, but I recall Sato got an advantage in the opening as Gote after Kimura went for rapid attack. But Kimura turned it around in the endgame and won brilliantly. Since rapid attack was something I didn't understand how to counter, the way Sato countered Kimura early attack left an impression on me. I will have to check that game later then. But yeah, okay. We perhaps went to the point that maybe this was dangerous because this counter existed. Yeah, according to the computer, this was 150 points for center, while this was -1, basically. So this indicates this move wasn't the best. And seems Lily played the perfect moves. Humanly speaking, you know, the silver was pushed back, so I don't recommend that. And also I didn't like the silver one. But of course, Ian, well done in the end game. Congratulations on winning the game. Very, very solid win, I'd say. Also considering that, you're 4-5 rook player? Very nice done. Nicely done. All right, I promised Kent to analyze his game next. Because it's from last week, so we're gonna do that. If you guys would like to upload your kifu, remember you can do it at this link. If you're here to lurk, welcome. ASMR. No, I'm not doing those. So smiley face was the comment for this game. Let's see. The idea of moving the gold here is that if we exchange here, gold will retake and we're going for a very Sakata style opposing rook perhaps. It's a very unknown strategy. It is possible. But Ken doesn't do it. This exchange though, because we already waste one move to move the bishop up, and then we're wasting to exchange, that's kinda a loss of tempo. But seeing this, I guess he really wanted to play this strategy. Oh, third one. I guess he prepared this opening and he just wanted to play the strategy that he's used to, which is also a nice way of playing shogi. Even if a move loss, sometimes it's better to play what you know, basically. Okay, we play here, we play here. That's ambitious. We're trying to take vanguard pawn on the king's head. The enemy just pushed this gold. I don't see exactly how we're gonna follow up this. I've seen strategies when the gold goes here, but this would fall down to this attack. So of course, guys, you know, like using the gold in the attack, that's very heavy and everything, but there exist some strategies with it. It's now the matter how exactly white is going to play this. Yeah. Play this out. So can't... I don't know why I wrote Kento, but hey, Kent pushes slightly. If we take, there's the bishop drop. That's the target. We could push this pawn to like block that target. We do it with the knight. Okay. Interesting. So Kent decides to leave the king in the center and goes really aggressively here. Their opponent's rook is now blocked by 2 pieces. You could argue that it can be easily freed out by jumping this one. We have to be aware of this drop and this fork. We have to be aware of bishop drops here. And for example, if this were to happen, bishop drops, fork those as well. So there is a lot of targets for Kent here. We will see what he will do. Yes, still Shogi Sunday. Weekends are reserved for Shogi Arcanile. Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe on Friday next week I might. Actually, I will add this to the calendar. We will try the Cultist Simulator. On the 6th. I might try to play some on stream. Yes, we're Shogi Harbour after all, right? Yeah. Who knew that Shogi Harbour streams so much Shogi? I mean, the whole community is waiting for it. Okay, so here we might push this one. Now it's weakness, but the enemy unlocks the rook. We attack the rook. This stocking is now huge. The rook escaped. We do have the advantage, right? We just need to find out what to do with it exactly. I really would like to drop this pawn here. You do. And now we need to deal with the consequences of that. If we think that our king's position is better, we can even try to go here. Taking it once isn't a mistake. And now, if we go back, they will take, and this rook will be protecting this pawn. So what do? We go anyway. All right. Now we go for a beautiful fork. If the rook escapes, the gold will fall. Again, if they promote the pawn, take, it's kind of a similar situation to before, but also the silver is falling. If we promote the rook escapes, now the question where, right? If it escapes like here, this attacks the rook. So question is which one is better. Yeah, did we prefer to have the bishop in hand or bishop on this square? And I could argue that we would prefer that in hand. But let's see how it went on. The enemy actually gave us the whole rook and then uses silver to recapture the rook. Okay. And yeah, this will be a nice drop, of course. Check. And now that we can promote this bishop here, it looks kind of like a nice follow-up, so I cannot really complain about that. We also have pawn drops here because of our early exchange. It's really nice. This silver actually is blocking the rook drop check on our king. Those pieces a little heavy. The king can always run here. I would say because we have more like strong attacking pieces on the enemy king, you will see bishop promotion here. We have quite advantages here. You're ready for TTM next season. Okay. Nice. Yacht enthusiast. I mean, I can try to play some guitar if you guys like some noob to play random strings. I thought this channel was about harbor in Shogi, India. Yeah, there's a city called Shogi in India. Exactly. Nice ghost stone. yeah, we need to finish the season. Usually between the seasons we have like this summer break, because I think it's healthy. And it really feels like serious once you have time to prepare and come with new minds to the tournament. We have time to set up the reward games, and then you come back with new energy. I really like this system, yeah? Then in the meantime, I have time to do some maintenance work and stuff. But yeah, this week it's going to end, yeah? It's the 5th season, yeah? 5th season. Congrats, Gaston. Yeah. Shogi in Himachal Pradesh. I think it was Shogi, like actual Shogi, but Ghoston is impressing me the most. Like, let me pull it out. Give me a sec. Let me explain myself, yeah? Okay, let's try this. Because I don't know how to explain it, but I've been watching, Ghost on Game each season, and we're not gonna see 100 games, and you've been like playing. Let's be honest, yeah, not very strongly, but I really was under impression that each time you're doing your best and you're not giving up. And it's really good to see that it finally paid off to you. It's really good to see you've been doing your best for a very long time. Don't think it went unnoticed. I did notice, yeah. I was always really impressed, and really, really congratulations for you, Gaston, yeah. One done. Very, very amazing achievement. You can see the rating, yeah. Here you go. Yeah. All right. Getting too distracted. One eye. Too distracted. We're waiting for your promotion game, Gusto. We want to see it on this channel. So as we learned on Thursday streams, is King has. We learned about 3 weaknesses and 1 trick, and 1 powerful thing we can do. 1 powerful thing you can do is the most powerful attack you can do is like throw the cannon on enemy camp and target their generals if you're able to. Second thing was the king's head, king's ear, the edge. Those are like ways to attack the weakness if we cannot reach the generals. And the last thing that we learned this Thursday was the banana trick. So you drag out the defender away, like come here, or the king away. You drag them out of the castle and therefore make the castle weaker. But here Kent is going for the first way. He's going to basically attack the core of the castle directly. Hello, Tori. How are you? How are you? Karolina. That's a very weird way to mix my name, but let's go with that. Guys, you know that Styczynska comes from Styczyn, which is January, right? While Chińska, it sounds like chin in Polish, it means deed, so it's a completely different word. Yeah. All right. So here, this is quite an interesting defense, going for Tonshi, so sudden death. For the opponent, well, you could try to calculate this move. I guess they would check and then take, but then the dragon comes in. Maybe that would be win too, but more risky one. So this is a safe play here. Defending, this bishop now cannot do much. Then we're gonna take it. Here we take the knight, which is quite a surprise to me. Think you could have used this horse more efficiently. You could have also taken the bishop. Take here or go here. Kinda looks weak-spirited. If you're confident enough, after some variation, you can drop it here, exchange, and like put the pressure on the king from above. I think that would work too, but you went safe again. This attacks the gold as well, so it's interesting. But here you went for there. Ooh, interesting. Don't you have a mate here? You're missing one piece. Missing one piece, I guess. Are we missing one piece? I guess we are. Guys, I watched Frozen earlier today and I keep hearing the songs in my head. Karolina. January did? No, because because the whole word means January. It's not two words in one. No, I was born in June. There is a mate. Okay, my brain doesn't work. It just I stopped seeing stuff after yesterday's sumo practice. I didn't recover yet. I don't see it, honestly. Horse takes, king takes. Silver drop can be taken by the bishop. Ah no, it cannot be. It cannot be taken by the bishop. But then the king goes diagonally, and you say, no, it cannot be taken. No, Hege. The last move is not knight drop. The last move is gold takes the bishop, yeah? Gold takes the bishop. The problem is after bishop takes gold drop, king goes to 7-2. Sorry, no. After silver drop, king goes to 7-2. Without taking the silver, you have gold knight and a pawn. And, you know, king can go here, which kind of prolongs their life. So Ken says silver drew. No, Koshiro says silver 7-4, followed by knight up 8-4. Easy. Yes. Thank you so much, Koshiro. My brain is broken since yesterday. So here we can drop this knight here because the bishop cannot take actually. Thanks, Koshiro. And this way we leave this gold to drop it here, yeah? Hege Mege. Here you see. Whoa. Here you see we just eat it sideways. Yeah, that's much more efficient. All right, so that was made, but you went for this and they resigned anyway. Yeah, Kent is really, really strong. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like taking the knight here. I mean, going for safe win. Are you sure you can win? You have 3 pieces though, so maybe taking the 4th piece is not a mistake, but you have a pawn to help you. Yeah, I mean, it's a good move. It's a good, solid move, yeah? Well done. The point of this game is perhaps, you know, weakening this king's position, and then this particular drag the gold away, push this pawn, make a token. Yeah, this was huge for you. And then it's just a matter of tactics. You're still working on the homework? Ooh. Yes, the knight drop is beautiful. No, not really. If you have a free piece to take, it's like, huh? Type of move, perhaps. Little bit. Like, taking the bishop looks more natural, right? Alright, next one will be... So Kent is done. The other Kent we're gonna delete. The first CEO from last week we're gonna delete. Eon we just done. And next one we have CEO's game, and you were... Got it. Alright. Just a reminder, guys, if you didn't know, on Saturdays we now do more casual shogi study. Yesterday we did voting on what we want to do, but 2 weeks ago we did some pro kifu commentary. If you guys also would like to go for like more serious study, not only kifu commentary, Saturday is a good place to go. And of course Thursday, you know, the book study is like the most hardcore you can go on our streams to study some shogi. Kent, you will have to re-upload it, okay? And if you re-upload it, I will analyze it, yes. Hope you hope this is a good game. All right, let's check it out. Theo is tired, but he still played some shogi and he still sent his kifu. So here we go, analyzing it. We go right side for play rook, I assume. This pawn push, depending on situation, is quite important. If you have king in the center and you move your rook too early, there is this bishop counter that pins your rook to the king. You guys have to be careful about this if you play this strategy. Okay, normal. And the opponent goes for the Mukai Bisha here. And you go for this type of castle, which is a handicap kinda looking like. I forgot the name of it. In the past, I think we called it Bonanza Castle, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, we have the clip push shape. This is kind of opposite clip push shape, so not really happy about that. But let's see what you do with it, yeah? You go for the fourth file, they go to the central file. Okay, so you are gote, so it means you could go for Senishite. No mistake there. They are under the pressure and they decide to attack, which is kind of nice because we get... Okay, that's more aggressive than I expected. What I wanted to say is like, oh, we can get a free pawn, yeah? But what you did is you felt this is timing to attack and you went even more aggressive. So I guess the problem with taking it with knight is that the bishop drop underneath will be possible. With the pawn, maybe bishop exchange with pawn push follow up will be pushing up backward. I mean, it would be more conservative style of playing. I don't think it would be wrong, but you went like don. Okay, very aggressive right now. So we do have this weakness here, but it's perhaps less impactful because we went even more aggressive. They will take though, and we're gonna take with the silver going for activation, but it's their turn. They can drop the bishop. Now we go back and the silver is in trouble. So, now we have to play very precisely or this horse is going to make our life a nightmare, yeah? Okay, we go back. I was expecting maybe pawn drop. It's a good move because if they take, we take silver, but we also create a token. And I think the problem is that they have this move in the future. So maybe this is what we are afraid of. Fairly so. If the silver were to escape, we have now space to escape our silver, was my point. But the previous variation was quite scary. Hello, Honey Mint. Welcome back. Thank you for the subscribing 7 months. Yay. Thank you so much for your support. In that case, if we were bad here, that means we did something wrong around here, yeah? But let's go with that. We go... So here, a move that I'm afraid of is perhaps this one. If you go here, perhaps something like this is possible. So this is kind of concerning to me. If you're like, aha, I have offensive, defensive move, they can attack your bishop here, yeah? So that kind of would mess up the position a little bit. The other move, yeah, I guess they would do that. They would do that. The other move would be if you go here, but then the silver kind of floats in space, right? Not much knowing where to go. We could even exchange it for a knight or something. We could also activate this horse, maybe prepare knight drops to here, stuff like that. You see, this basically would weaken your defense or open up opportunity for them to attack, yeah? That's what I feel. Also, kind of activating the rook. But they played this, which is, I want to keep my horse because I have a great piece now on the board. I want to keep it, yeah? So now is your chance to do something because they played slowly. Okay, and I mean, they just give you a freelance, like completely, like they moved the rook, they moved back. So it's like they passed 2 moves and it's like, please make a horse in the corner and take my lance. That's a really good exchange to you. You're attacking the horse really nicely. And you're activating the talking. This horse is falling, you know that, right? Yeah, this knight was falling. Here the rook protects, but then you continue attacking there. You make your defenses solid. The problem with this kind of moves is that they look solid, but in some variations they're able to like eat the whole gold out of your castle. So be careful, yeah? Like those look solid, but on higher level play, it might actually enable them to sacrifice it and weaken your defenses. Just be aware of that, yeah? You take the rook and you continue harassing this poor horse. Okay, I mean, fine with me. Fine with me. Yeah, so they will try to attack you because they have to. They have 4 attacking pieces. Your attack will be unstoppable. Yeah, once you manage to get your attack there, you will be unstoppable. So they will try to do some tricks. And you're trying to defend everything. Okay, me just by seeing this silver drop, I know that you're gonna win. Just by doing the silver drop. If your opponent would have any chance to win, they would need to continue attacking here, yeah? For example, a pawn drop, yeah? Oh, it's okay, see you. I'm saying that in this situation, your opponent would have to continue attacking to win. This move kinda... Yeah, it's gonna be quite one-sided now. Yeah, okay. So I think, again, the point of this game is around here. It was quite difficult which way to go. You went really aggressive. I think they could have went for a harder fight by pushing this pawn. Here you got a nice treat of a freelance. And then you really harass this horse. Now the question is, do we need to harass the horse? I mean, in the end, we escape this silver from this pawn and this knight influence. And our plan is to slowly go here. So this usually is a really slow attack. But I mean, it worked in the end. This move is crucial, yeah? You keep defense here. And here, you know, because he promoted here, his attack is much, much slower. And you just go for decisive attack. Okay, small hint. If you wanna take here, take it. If you're gonna do that, look what happens. You gave them a gold, you gave them a knight, and then you take. One thing, his king escaped from this rook. Second thing, you just gave them two free pieces, right? So it wouldn't be weird if this game turned around. They played the knight, it's really risky. I mean, you probably found out mate, but if you were to go for more solid play, that would do this one, yeah. You just realized, good. The fact that you realize is important. If you go here, 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 perhaps you're going for checkmate. This is how it feels, yeah? You're going for a checkmate here. Because you're giving him a lot of pieces. That's of course necessary if your king would be in super threat, or almost he-she, and you have to do something. But here, I mean, your strategy was to go for slow attack anyway, so that was much better to go there first. Yeah, I mean, there are many ways to checkmate this king. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well played, well played. I mean, in the beginning, everybody plays aggressive. You just have to learn what level of aggression is good, what level of aggression is bad. I think it's good to play those kind of games, so don't worry about this part, yeah? You're happy that you won. Well done. It was a good game, really. Really well played. And especially if you're tired, it was a really good game. All right, Olivandi, you're next. You were Sente. You're playing against David Smith. Let's take a look. Okay. We have static rook versus static rook. Double wing attack, I assume. And I know nothing about double wing attack, but you go for twisting rook. Okay. Go for twisting rook. So far, so good. Here, I would recommend you play this move beforehand, because you want to keep the king here, actually, if you're playing this particular strategy. Think you are moving more like this direction, but actually you want to keep the king here unless situation changes and you want to go there. Now, so the other question is, do you want to answer the edge pawn? And because you're castling here, I would be eager to do so. But let's see what you played, actually. Yeah, so you could have left the king here, I feel. Although it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We could consider pushing this pawn. If they take, we go here. then they have option of moving the silver up because the bishop is protecting here. So probably they can push us away. You go here, 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 developing the silver naturally. And here one other option is to drop this pawn and push them like slowly, push them away slowly and counterattack on their line. You went for like direct exchange of the rooks. I mean, your camp is ready for it. It's just that they're gonna drop it first. Ooh. Your rook is going to be chased around. Okay. So what would you do after this move? Is my question. Because the problem with this move is, oh, I will just move away. Oh, I will just move away. Oh, I will just go here. Okay, I guess your bishop is surviving in that case. But kinda your dragon is back to your own camp, yeah? And any other move would lose you a bishop. That's my point, yeah? So he can use that pressure on the bishop to kind of punish your rook, yeah? So just for example, yeah, you can try, you have this good threat. You could try to create a bigger threat before that. For example, this is check, yeah? You could try to find bigger threat than what you had. And then follow up with that. So that you have more options, yeah? You are widening the battlefield here. You are advantageous because his king is on your bishop line. Maybe you could have used that more. Yeah. Here it's like, oh, we're just gonna do this. It's like obvious, yeah? It's like linear. But what you wanna do is like, you wanna have many different options so that you make it complicated for your opponent, and somehow, because your bishop is inactivated, somehow you use that bishop, yeah? His bishop is bad. So you want to use your bishop. Why is it good? Because he just opened his king line, yeah? So if you just, you know, did something with this pawn, I think maybe there was some possibility. Okay. Oh, that's a weird move. Why would you do that? Oh, the lance drop. Oh, the pain. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. Okay, but you are noticing that line a little bit too late, but you're noticing it. Your dragon is getting harassed here. I want you to notice, yeah, the main point, the most important piece in this whole exchange would be the dragon, yeah? Look how much he's gaining on just abusing that dragon, yeah? Here, takes with the knight attacks. Here, the bishop is, yeah? Look at it. Look at it. Look how they're abusing it. Okay, here you finally managed to do something with the dragon. If they drop the gold, you go here, they take here. It's an equal exchange. The game would still go on, I guess. One, two, 1, 2. So it's still equal, but they have the lance, yeah? Would be quite rough. The idea of like bringing it here was quite smart. The other option they had is maybe to go here to like go for more defensive style. That was their option. They went here. They allowed you sabaki or silver. And this is, yeah. Oh, you're giving them the lance? Scary. Scary because they can drop it again. Barely enough. Barely enough. Yeah, if they had a little bit more, like if they take this knight, they can like drag your king out and do something. Just one example, yeah? If you make a mistake of going here, this would be a mate, yeah? Just because they have that knight. But it's not gonna work because of this escape, probably, yeah? It just, depending on the situation, might have been dangerous, yeah? To allow them to like redrop it with check. So here, more solid play would be pawn drop, for example, yeah? Just an example, yeah? If we do this, they don't have the... Well, they do have the same check immediately. Never mind, it doesn't work either way. It's like you allow them to drag your king out, yeah? Here, he made a mistake. It's a good defense from you. You continue the pressure on the king. It's really nice. There's nothing stopping you from taking it with the silver in this case. A little bit better. Because again, you're not dragging your king in front of the bishop, yeah? Here this move doesn't matter because you have such a nice threat over there, yeah? Yeah, see? Here with check, they're able to take your knight. So in the endgame, you want to play sharp moves. You don't want them to get any form of counterplay. Okay. And eventually... Eventually you've got them... I mean, if you want to be cool... if you want to be cool about it, you have something like this. Just a little bit more effective because this leads to mate as well. You think takes here is a mate. Yeah, that also leads to a similar variation, yeah. But free dragon is cooler, I shall say. I mean, generally well played. I like it that you tried this cool strategy. Again, this was, yeah, the main problem here was this bishop. This is something that we would like to avoid as a third file rook in this case. So keep in mind that even, yeah, it looks like you're sabaking the rook. The bishop is the bigger problem here, yeah? Keep that in mind. Because they could have abused your dragon because of it, yeah? Many moves were gained. And again, do not allow them to drag your king to the danger. Especially at the very end here. You want to play here rather. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out what exactly can we do here. I mean, all we need is Hishi, yeah? Actually, this might be made simply by dropping here. Because of existence of that bishop. Yeah. The knight was a very powerful drop, a very good drop. It would lead to a mate like this. Yeah, so once you realize that, oh, I'm just surviving long enough, that makes your game more solid, leaving no counter for your opponent. That's important in the end game. Yeah, all right, thanks for sending the kifu. We will go next, and it's gonna be Melkor. I see we got a few more kifu. After that, we have Capivara do Brasil. We will have Koshiro's game. Interesting. We're gonna find it out. But first, Melkor, who was Stente. Today I'm having a bad day. I can see the streams, but maybe I can analyze this game. Okay. Bad day. Yeah, that's... I'm also having bad day today. It's like those days happened and we have to accept it. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, today was a bad day. Tomorrow's gonna be better. Yeah. Just survive. Okay, Melkor Sente, we're going Static Rook versus Forfeit Rook. This is the Joseki setup. We're going for rapid attack. Okay. This is quite late to play this move. Usually would like to establish that before the attack, I feel. Similarly here, what's the timing of pushing here? Yeah, those are the questions we have to ask in this Joseki. Okay, we got a lance, we got the knight. So we kind of sabaki our rook. Okay, that's fine enough. I don't know exactly what's the best line here for both sides. I'm just gonna go what I see. We got the knight first. I'm not sure about this particular dragon move here. I wanna go faster. But now that I realized moving this silver away still doesn't allow my bishop to sabaki, so maybe it's not good enough. One question is how do we sabaki the rook? The other question is how do we activate our silver, yeah? I mean, this should be good for us. This should definitely be good for us. Definitely good for us. So you just sabaki your knight, right? They escape. You sabaki it for free. You activated your bishop, forcing them to dropping your knight. Their only attacking pieces now is their silver in hand. The dragon it was forced backward. The bishop can take your lance and be stuck in the corner, yeah? So what you wanna do... make sure that your bishop, now that was blocked, still continues being active, I think. Or that you find some way to break through this position. And attacking the enemy bishop, I guess you're targeting take, go here type of deal. But I don't want to attack those two pieces. Yeah, those are useless pieces. I just want them to be there. They're coming with some crazy defensive moves here, yeah. Oh, amazing. I don't know, I was considering maybe this move to like harass the dragon. And then... I know it's like slow attack, but at this point I want a reliable attack, not a fast attack, yeah? I don't want them to give them counterplay too much. And this takes this, kind of gives them the counterplay. That's my concern here. What other move can we play? Yeah, the problem is if we want to do anything with those pieces, the bishop stop being protected, so that's the concern. All right, let's go with that. Going for the weak point on the edge. But they have lands to protect. And our dragon is now not very working much, yeah? Oh my, the enemy is really strong. Are you in checkmate threat? If not, how do you get one more piece to continue attacking? Yeah. So remember I said when they're gonna take your lance, their horse gonna be stuck in the corner. You somehow ended up with your dragon being stuck here and not doing much. So that's kind of a problem here that we would like to find solution to. I would really like to try to activate the dragon before it's too late. Koshiro is also recommending to play sharper move when they play the pawn drop. Oh, that's actually really good. Because you're attacking the bishop already, if you take this piece and they take, and you take this piece and they take, you just did rook for bishop, lance for gold exchange. And then, I mean, I would like to say you have a fork, but the problem is this comes, I think maybe you can take here first. Something like this is enabled as well. So Koshiro found like more aggressive style, yeah. So the point is, like the general point is, you don't want your dragon to become useless. You want him to continue cooperating. Koshiro's idea is to go really aggressive to exchange that future to not to be working dragon into a very working bishop, yeah. So that's one idea, which goes with your idea of lance drop. It enables the lance drop as well. A really brilliant move by Koshiro here. We have 3 attacking pieces. We have a dragon, and yet we want to go from this side. Yeah, it is a weakness, but therefore those 2 pieces become playing around pieces, which kind of makes me sad. We're playing on enemy's weakness, but we're not considering our strengths here, yeah? And also their strengths. Their strengths is they have lance and a silver in hand, which means they will be able to kind of defend that knight drop. Which de facto they're gonna counter attack on the same line, right? Because of this pawn. How did it happen exactly? Knight drop, yeah? Knight drop was what was painful to us. So yeah, I just want to point out that this dragon was probably what was the problem. The rook drop again, yeah? We're trying to attack a little bit here, a little bit there. But because we're not using the locality theory, we talked about locality theory on our stream, our attack is kind of spread out all around. And in the end, we're missing that coordination to finish this off. Like, our moves are good, yeah, our attack is good. We're just missing that little bit in order to break through. sadly enough. This still might be winning though. It's just that this double bishop is really hard to break. If we go here, if they go here, we still cannot break, right? I mean, if we could, we wanna do this, but something like this, yeah, that would be win. But the problem is, after this, they go up and kinda escape this way. So I didn't see a follow-up here. Quite difficult, yeah. Lance takes 6-4 was possible here. Okay, where is it the line that we already considered, or? Thank you for the following, El Telmar. Almost sounds like Telmarch. Alright. Yeah, I think like there was this spread out of pieces that kinda didn't work, and the fact that the dragon didn't work, just as a general rule here. And yeah, this could be a timing to take the gold here to like go in. Like, I have more active pieces, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take the piece advantage, yeah? I'm gonna fork your badly placed dragon with your gold. Maybe that was the chance. Before the edge attack. Here, you mean? Here the horse is here, so unless there is something... something you see as a follow-up? Oh, you didn't see, okay. Okay. I mean, I think this wouldn't be the worst move either. But like, we have to make sure this horse doesn't come back, yeah? Problem is they have lance drop here, so maybe silver. That would be my guess. We have 4 attacking pieces, right, still? It's kind of rough because they would take, this comes in. Then how do we follow up? Maybe just a rook drop? It becomes like an endgame fight here, and that's what we want, de facto, yeah? Our king is safe. We want them to struggle with our attack. Alright, thanks, Melkor. I think... you said you had a bad day, but that wasn't the worst game. You were pretty better off in the opening, I think. So just don't be too harsh on yourself, okay? It was not such a bad game. Although, yes, it is kind of painful that the win escaped you. But hey, another good day will come. You'll be able to win against even stronger opponent. Just play every day, yeah? Play every day, just look forward to it. That's the best advice I can give you. Next we have the capybara. Is it capybara, like the animal? It's so cute. I hope it doesn't mean anything in Portuguese. But yeah. Yes, it is. Aww. That's cute. Alright, what do we have here? We're playing static rook. Our opponent decided to swing that rook all the way to the opposing rook. And we're gonna ask them if they're gonna play Anaguma. They're not gonna go. We're gonna make a boat castle. So we have to expect this engagement coming from our opponent. And depending on the situation, we don't want to open this line, but sure, our king is already here. It's less of a threat. Okay, I'm just gonna show just to prove the point, yeah. What we wanna avoid happening is something like this, basically, where we lose a general and lose a rook. That can happen, for example, in this timing, when the king is on this line. And like, it just can happen, yeah? So this is what I mean, that the king is already here. It's not gonna happen, yeah, because it's not gonna be a check. We're able to kind of protect it. The other idea would be to like put the silver here rather. Now another trick perhaps is to keep this general down, because what always possible is a rook exchange, and we want to have the option of like keeping those squares protected. So I think it's often seen like to keep the balance in the camp rather than to go for solidness directly. But I don't think it's a mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. You also play this weird castle. What is this with this weird castle, guys? Is the Elmo shape good against Mukai Bisha? I don't know. I mean, Elmo is good in general. The clip push shape, right? Clip push shape. I don't think it's wrong. Kinmuso. So knight, you know, it's cool. We develop the knight. It robs us from the option of attacking here. And the question is, how do we exactly engage in this position, having this knight here? We will see what you do. Oh, it's this new Joseki. I see. Unlike Elmo, where you have to recapture with gold. Yeah, but I guess it is kind of like what the static Furibisha is also doing with their cozy castle, yeah. They're keeping the fight in front, but the problem is they're coming here. And you now put the silver here, meaning you will have less defense here. Generally speaking. So unless there's some variation that explains that, yeah. Okay. So we're losing a knight. We're gonna take the bishop. We're gonna retake it by the knight. Then we drop the bishop. If we didn't do it, we're losing the silver, right? So we have to continue the pressure. They're gonna drop their own. And here we miraculously save our silver, yeah? This looks like an overplay to me, but who knows? Maybe it is working. If we go with the rook, you push, takes silver, yeah? Again. If we go with the knight, it's gonna be quite similar. Well, your opponent always have option of like pushing here and try to change the situation a little bit. If we go here, I assume. Pawn drop, we have to take, as we're losing the silver. Take, right? So then the silver is under attack. So that isn't the worst to us either. So here, and the silver is still under attack. Yeah, that's the problem here. But we have a token. So maybe again, not the worst outcome. Quite interesting. The other option is, of course, to not take the knight. But then the silver can advance here once the bishop escapes. If we take here, they take here, we take here, it's 2-for-1 exchange. Technically, it's not the worst, but then we have a follow-up here. And again, quite a trouble to defend that knight, yeah? It's hard for me to judge this position. I mean, we lose a whole bishop, so probably not acceptable, even though we take 2 pieces for 1. Quite interesting. Here he goes to attack the king. We accept the loss of the knight because we take the silver. The bishop comes back. We lost the knight, but continuing to attack. And this looks a little bit suspiciously. They have 2 attackers, we have 2 defenders, and they have more pieces in hand. So it looks kind of suspiciously. Okay, so we defended it somehow, yeah. This threatens that if we give away the rook, they can drop the rook immediately. That's a really nasty move, actually. I'm confused. Cannot we just take the knight here? Like here? I mean, at most what they can do is like this, right? But we are already protecting this square. We thought the pawn could promote somehow. It's unfortunate, because this looks winning. And this gives them tempo. Checkmate check. Ooh la la, yeah. That's a sudden death one. Even here, if you take here, it's losing though, because they have the bishop drop now. Yes, I think, damn, you were defending so well here, and one move, yeah. Your opponent is crazy strong as well. What are your levels? Wow. Oh, it's Journey. Of course it's Journey. 3 done, eh? It is hard. Yeah, it is hard to switch from defense to attack. Journey is also a very strong chess player, yeah? Like, not sure if this pawn was like efficient enough in the end. And this dragon too, it's kind of weird. Like, we do need pieces. Why are we missing pieces? We gave away a silver here, yeah? How about going like this? No, they're gonna drop the pawn again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this might be a little bit overplay feeling. Because we give away a whole silver, yeah? We gave them a lot of pieces here, just to promote the rook. And they beautifully reactivated the bishop. Yeah, here they have 4 attacking pieces. We have also 4, but we're a little bit behind, perhaps. I think this was more scary. take, then take. Go in, like go in, go in. This is Zetto. Go in, go in, go in, yeah. And this here's where your opponent's attack ran out, yeah? Yeah, the 5/5 knight also, yeah, it gave them the knight, right? It looks like a nice fork, but yeah, I mean, it is already rough here because their bishop is so much better than our rook. And their castle, generally their castle is better quality than our castle. It's more solid here. Yeah, Journey is playing ranging rook. Sometimes, you know, you play a lot of static rook, then you know, oh, I exactly know what I don't like Furibisha to do. And then when you play Furibisha, you kind of ask, haha, what you gonna do against this move? This move always gives me trouble, yeah? You can kind of feel it sometimes. The problem here, yeah, they have this enormous control here and this. And then we gave away silver. Yeah. How about this move here? Wouldn't this be better? Take, and they kind of have to run. Where would they run? Let's say here. If we protect, they're gonna push the pawn. That's what unsatisfies me. But I guess if they do, we have the knight drop, yeah? How about like this? Like going a tiny bit slower. And then the rook promotion attacks the silver. And we can take the lance as well. The best kind of pain to inflict the same pain was the one inflicted to you. Yeah, you could say so in that case. Yeah, it was blocking the bishop, but in the end, it ended up in the opponent piece stand, right? For free. And the bishop came to life anyway. So it kind of seemed like we wasted a little bit of tempo here. But yeah, it was necessary. But as an outcome, it was kind of rough already, maybe. Because we don't have a good attack yet. That's the main point, yeah? And yeah, perhaps the most painful part here was this, yeah? Recognizing that your opponent don't have enough pieces. You have 2 bishops in hand, yeah? It's very close, but should be a narrow win. Really interesting game, Capivara. Thanks for sending it. I think the silver free promotion like was a little bit too brutal. Allowed them to activate the bishop. Something else was necessary over there. I really like your attack with the knight. Quite interesting. Silver knight, yeah. Just that somewhere around there, it seemed like the opponent got the edge. I proposed one token creation in the middle. Thank you so much. All right, and the last one for today will be Koshiro versus Fridan. Let's take a look at this. And the question Koshiro asked was there a cleaner or faster way to win? Let's take a look. Sorry, that was sent, yeah. Yeah, rarely we see Koshiro's kifu. It's really nice. Let's see some nice level shogi over here. But it's quite interesting that we move the gold like this immediately. And we're trying to use it. Interesting. What's the plan here? Returning the fork. And we're going for the right side king. Let's go. Let's go. Now, they went there. Okay. The question is what Nakabisha will be able to do against it. They're going for the third firework instead, trying to expose the knight's hand. But from my experience, it's gonna be really, really hard to expose it there. Here we got this higher position, temporarily blocking the bishop. You can notice that the bishop's head is weak, but actually it's not really favorable to attack there because it's your castle side, yeah? And here Koshiro, he's ready, yeah? He has the castle. He has the knight developed. You could consider moving the rook somewhere, but seeing how enemy's gold is still on the bottom, maybe this is a favorable timing. Now they can make a horse, yeah? Yeah, they have to take it. Yeah, this would be too huge on the board. Quite interesting timing to attack. So perhaps the opponent was forced to play the bishop here instead to defend it better. We have a horse, so we have nice thing on the board. We lost a pawn, of course. We're in Fugire, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna deny the bishop exchange. They're gonna have the benefit of exchanging the pawn here. And now the middle game starts for real. Activating the silver, going for taking here. Alone that won't be enough. But the rook looks a little bit cramped now, so if we only gonna get a lance in hand, this will be a nice spot to dropping it, right? Here the enemy is using a Tetsuji. You don't have to take this lance, he has 3 pawns, so he can use 2 of them to take it. If you take with any other pieces, pawn drop follows, but king takes is a risky way to try to counter it. And now Koshiro is lens down, yeah? What do we do here? What's the plan? Pawn push. Okay, pawn takes, pawn drop, pawn takes, knight takes, king runs. So we have to go aggressive because we lost the lens, yeah? And funnily enough, we still expose the edge this time. So by lens sacrifice, we sped up this knight development. Quite interesting. And yeah, instead of taking pawn drop, okay. And this rook also kind of dies to knight even harder. We're gonna lose a silver here. Silver for free, because we exchanged silver for lens, which we lost before. So we lost it for free. Now the question is, do we go for the rook or do we attack the king? We went for the rook. Why? Because the king is weak, right? The rook comes in, tries to take the pawn to expose the gold, create a weakness. The king goes back to avoid the rook drop. And we continue attacking. So now the main question will be, do we have enough resources to continue? We have material advantage now, yeah? Rook for pawn, they just gave us. So rook for silver, because we're down a silver. Rook for silver. Our castle is a little bit damaged. Now the main question is, how do we use this? And will this rook join the attack or not? Will this knight join the attack or not? Are we gonna be able to use this lance? Take the edge. Yeah. We do have rook drop, they're gonna escape. The fastest trade we could do, like drop the rook, treat and promotion. Drop the rook here would be another idea. Threatening a mate with lance promotion. It's really hard to defend. I guess silver drop would defend that. So for now, it seems like we need a little bit more. We're under attack. We're gonna escape. We're gonna defend. And we need more pieces, so we're going for some. The enemy is really sacrificing everything. Here we got that talking. So we have like quite advantage here. Our king position is open, but we're not really at risk yet. Yeah, the enemy has no attack. They lost the rook, so it's kind of we're playing a handicap shogi. Of course, we have to be careful about it. Knight drop looks really nice here. Knight drop here once again. Can we abuse that bishop more? Pawn drop, silver takes, but then we give them a lot of pieces, yeah? Here's the rook drop that we were waiting. Silver drop. Question is, what do we do with it? We come with the other rook. We promote. And now that we have this nice talking here, the king really cannot escape that way. Can we give them a rook? Can we give them a rook to speed up our own attack? That's the question. We went here. Another move that I will be tempted to play is to promote the rook here. If they take, pretending to go in next. But yes, that gives away the whole rook. Our horse isn't working much too as well. Winning slowly is also a win. Koshiro is going for a really solid win with material, yeah, here, over here. Silver drop, a retreating checkmate. If we take bishop drop, leads to a mate. Silver drop, if he runs here, bishop drop. And that's resignation here. If the king goes here, it's a gold drop. They go here, we promote. If he goes here, we promote the rook. It's a mate, yeah? Here, if the king would go anywhere else, the rook can go in. So it also seems like a really decisive, nice move. You like the way he used the horse? How did he use it? Just like standing here, protecting? So the question was there a faster attack? I think it was very reliable attack. We studied on Thursday streams that there are two types of attack. One which is quick and one which is slower but like hard to extinguish. So you have a lightning strike versus forest fire. Yeah, forest fire is really hard to stop. Lightning strike, well, question is, does it hit the right spot? Yeah. If I were to make comparison. Here we have rather the forest fire thing. And I like it. I like it. The enemy really didn't have much counterplay. We pushed them a lot. Here it was quite a tense endgame. We had to make sure they don't checkmate us here, right? If we give them too many pieces, that was dangerous. But yeah, we calculated it until the end. It's a beautiful win. If we are to learn something from this game, how to play right side king, let's look at the beautiful development. Yeah, get the horse, put it back. The enemy made a mistake here, so we're trying to expose this weak rook position, yeah, going for the edge. Even without the rook position, going for the edge is the proper movement for the right side king. Exposing this king, exposing, using the knight. Beautiful, yeah? Getting piece advantage. And once we have huge advantage, go slowly, yeah? Go slowly, so take care of your weaknesses, yeah? Do not give them counterplay. And yellow is asking, could lance take 8-1? Intending this would be faster. That's something I've been also considering, but the thing is, this is threatening more things immediately. And in this timing, it may happen that, you know, you still need 1-2 moves or something. 1-2 moves, yeah? Here, this is more forceful. Yeah, they're gonna play this. So it's a choice we're making here, a conscious choice for that. And the comparison is, you would have a rook here. Rook here? Wait, you're not threatening it. You don't have a dragon yet, yeah? So you would have to play here and then go here. If you go here, you're immediately threatening this, and you're still threatening this. So this is better quality, I guess. If you go here, threatening this, but this requires land sacrifice. They take, drop the silver, but this is not... Is it forceful enough is another question. It is actually quite threatening, I guess, too. But now they're making a move. In the game they played like this, right? Let's assume the same thing happens. They're gonna take a silver. And they still will have living space over here. I mean, it's still plausible, right? You're starting to like Koshira's way better. I mean, I think both are winning. Like, the piece advantage is huge. The thing about going here is this gold is not going anywhere anymore, unlike the previous variation where it migrated like here, yeah? Like, it escaped. But this dragon looks more powerful here, so we have to judge which is better. I like the fact that the dragon is not weaker being here, it's actually pretty strong. And it feels faster, like it gives us more possibility in this particular moment, yeah? And we're still threatening the same thing, yeah? Still threatening the same thing. But yeah, side problem here is that we ended up in this position. And we need to find out how to continue attacking. But I think it's fine. Okay, so yeah, get the piece advantage, create an endgame, make sure you one move faster. It's like the easiest way to think about shogi win, yeah? If you have the material advantage, try to use it, yeah, as soon as possible. Try to make weakness on the enemy king. Use all of your pieces, yeah? The rook joined the attack at the end. It's not always this easy because sometimes the enemy will lose the material in order to get attack themselves, but as you see in this game, the enemy, this bishop was their biggest burden. They didn't find a way to activate it. We got a talk in here too, yeah? So it was kind of the biggest problem for them here. The problem with blocking this lens, I think you can just take and then treat on something similar. And it's kind of faster. That was the problem here. I think Koshiro generally, yeah, it's a really good game. I don't know, your question was there anything faster, but I really like the reliability factor here, yeah? Surround, join all the pieces. It's a really beautiful piece of attack here. So I hope people watching will take something out of this game for themselves. Yeah, really nice piece of shogi to watch here. Take, go here. Yeah, depending on the situation, like this move also would give them a lens, and we wouldn't have dragon retakes, yeah? That would be a little problem, depending on the situation. Yeah, and here this is a threat, and this is why it's working, because we immediately have this threat. This is why it's working. Option B, they're gonna take the lens differently. They're gonna take it by here. Make an escape route, depending on the situation. We have to be careful about it, but because we have two rooks together, I think this is also working. And de facto, maybe this is one move faster. This allows us to survive like this. And I don't see if they have any follow-up here. They would need a sideway piece, right? And we have an endgame immediately. All right. Yeah, really beautiful shogi to end the day. Yeah. Thanks, Koshiro. We really would like to see more of your game. If you wanna, you can always send one next week. I really think people, like, by watching, they also learn. I usually end up like explaining more what's happening in the game than giving advice or report that, but I think many people are getting value out of it. I think it's important. So yeah, if you would like to, yeah, next week we also would like to see some of your kifu. Yeah, we also watch Mifa's game, so learn a lot from him. And yeah, thank you everyone for sending your kifu. We had a lot today. I had a lot of fun. Our next stream will be on Thursday. We're gonna continue with our edgelord adventure of learning the endgame. And let me check if I can rate someone. I think someone was streaming Shogi today. Nope. Think. Oh no, Shogi explained playing chess. What? Anyway, Shogi explained this playing soon, so we shall be watching some fake Shogi after this. If you guys have time, I personally gonna go and make dinner. Yeah. So good luck, guys, in the last week of DT series. I will see you on the Discord and have fun with the fake chess. Yeah. Bye bye.